Hello again. In the previous videos we've learned how to set up your audio interface, your MIDI controller, and audio recording basics in Live. Now let's look at how easy it is to create beats and melodies. MIDI is the data that tells Live's built-in instruments what notes to play, when, and how loud. Live's built-in instruments then use this data to create sound that you hear on your speakers. Let's learn how to use MIDI to create beats and melodies in Live 9. Let's start with some drums. We'll open our browser by clicking the icon in the top left corner, or with the shortcut Ctrl-Alt-B on a PC or Command-Alt-B on a Mac. Next, click the drums label in the browser to show your collection of installed drum kits and hits. Double-click a preset to load it onto a MIDI track. Now that we have a kit, let's draw in a beat. Double-click an empty slot in the MIDI track, then double-click to create hits. Launch the clip to hear the result. Instead of double-clicking, it's often more convenient to use the pencil tool to draw in the MIDI notes. You can toggle the draw mode on and off by pressing B. The grid in the MIDI editor represents beat divisions. Using the shortcut Ctrl-2 on a PC or Command-2 on a Mac, you can widen the grid. With Ctrl-1 on a PC or Command-1 on a Mac, you can narrow the grid. You can then adjust the velocity of individual hits with the velocity markers below. In this case, notes with higher velocity values will play louder. Alternatively, we can play our beats or melodies in real time with our computer keyboard or an external controller. Create a new MIDI track from the Create menu or use the shortcut Shift-Control-T on a PC or Shift-Command-T on a Mac. Let's go to our browser again and find a basic piano sound. Make sure the track is armed. Then, click the Session Record button. You can also overdub into a MIDI clip that you've already recorded. Each press of the Session Record button toggles between playing the clip back and overdubbing. The clip launch button will turn red to indicate that you're overdubbing. With overdub enabled, you can keep adding MIDI notes while the clip plays back. And that's how you make music with MIDI in Ableton Live.